Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of All Hands. And man, we got a big week this week. First off, Monday, 400th episode of the podcast. 400 episodes down, many more to go, I would say. But thank you to everybody that's been listening to the podcast and continuing to support, and some of the congratulations as well on 400. I know it's a pretty big number, but we keep pushing on. And check out episode 400 definitely on the audio podcast. It's with our friends at Motion to AI, and actually motion2ai.com/podcast. You get the first month free with Motion to AI, and check out the podcast to learn a little bit more about what they're doing, but really interesting stuff around safety, data analytics, in a very easy 15-minute install with them to get up and running with AI. So for those people asking, how are you going to use AI in the warehouse? They've made it pretty simple. So definitely check that out. And then we also, Monday too, we hit our 3,000 follower mark on LinkedIn, which was Nikki Rowan at Lajua. So shout out to her, definitely. And shout out to everybody, all 3,000. And now I think we're way over 3,000, maybe 3,030, something like that. So thank you to everybody that follows along on LinkedIn. We love to engage with the community on there and share our content as well. And then Wednesday on the audio podcast, we had Syncrato, which is utilizing digital twins and AI as well. So definitely check out both those audio podcasts. If you haven't yet, you can find them, of course, wherever podcasts are at. And then yesterday, we had a big special episode. We had an episode with my friend Rodney Galliano. He's given a safety tip here on All Hands previously from Experior Global, and we got a chance to be in the Experior Global warehouse here in Hamilton, New Jersey, and talk a little bit about Experior, what it is they're doing, get some great insights, advice, career advice, and from the warehousing supply chain industry from Rodney himself, and also talk a little bit about what they're going to do there. But as you may have heard on the audio podcast or may have seen, we have entered into an incredible partnership. That's the new warehouse entering into this partnership with Experior Global to expand our e-commerce fulfillment capabilities. We actually, at the time of recording the audio podcast, we hadn't talked about a partnership or anything like that. It kind of came about after. So actually, if you watch the video of that episode on YouTube, the warehouse that we are in, that is going to be where we are opening up further e-commerce operations, partnering with Experior Global to be able to do that. It's such a great partnership because we're able to not only provide more e-commerce fulfillment services for clients, existing clients, and also new clients, maybe you, right? Maybe. But we can also leverage the vast network that Experior Global has as well, which is B2B distribution, FBA prep, transportation side. They have a huge fleet of trucks. They have 6 facilities as well, so we can tap into that too. So if we have an e-commerce customer that comes in and you also need to be distribution to the store, B2B distribution, you need trucking from the port, you need transfers in between facilities, whatever the case may be, we can actually offer all of that now. So really incredible, amazing partnership. Very excited for it. We're actually in the process of starting to move within the next week, some things in there, and get some new clients on board and really get things set up. It was great to be back in a big warehouse. We've had the micro fulfillment center in Philadelphia now for a little over a year. So expanding upon that and being able to do some different things, it's really a great thing. So if you're interested and you're looking for a fulfillment partner, well, you're watching me, you're looking at me, I'm your fulfillment partner now. So reach out to us, definitely. Give me a shout here on LinkedIn or Kevin at the new warehouse, my email, and we can definitely get you set up and talk about potential for bringing you into this new operation. And also, very exciting because the new warehouse is all about showcasing warehouse solutions and being able to bring those to you and educationally, now that we're going to have some more warehouse space, man, I'm excited because we're going to be able to show off more new technologies and things that we're doing in there, and even bring in, more demos and things like that. So if you're a solution provider listening and you want to get in on that action, have us use your stuff, or maybe send it to us so we can do a demo and then show it off as well in our operation and how it works, reach out and let me know, because we're really excited to be able to have a larger space, be able to do a lot of different types of things. And we've been talking to some potential solution providers already. So very interested and excited for things to come in the future. So it's been quite a week, right, for announcements here in the new warehouse. And of course, don't forget the t-shirt shout out. I found this one in the back of my closet, actually, from Seagrid. So shout out to the team over there at Seagrid. We had them on the podcast quite a while back, so check out that episode. And because of all the announcements and everything taking a lot of time here in the beginning, we're going to skip the safety tip for this week. But I will say my safety tip, quick one, is to keep those floors clean. Make sure that you're keeping debris off the floor. Make sure that you're ensuring that there's no liquid or anything. If there's rain coming in your dock area, make sure that all of that is dried up quickly and taken away to reduce trips, slips, and falls. Those can be very costly, dangerous, and hurt somebody. So you definitely want to ensure that, and we'll be hopefully showcasing some ways that we're approaching safety within the new warehouse in our partnership with Experior. So definitely excited for that. Now, this week, our main segment, I got a chance to go to ABCO and see their showroom and sit down with Seth Weisberg, who's the CEO over there and owner of ABCO Systems. And we got to talk about what they have coming up on July 27th, which is their automation trade show. The first one that they're doing, going to be in that showroom that they have, and they're going to have a lot of cool vendors in there, and they already have a lot of cool stuff in there, but they're going to bring in even more cool stuff. You'll see some of the stuff that's in there in this upcoming segment here, but really excited for that, and definitely excited for Seth and the team over there. If you have more questions or anything like that, we got a plug here in the segment coming up from Seth. He's got all the details. So thank you so much for your guys' support of the new warehouse for all these years, whether you recently started supporting or been supporting since episode 1 way back with Bruce Welty. Great first guest, definitely. Thank you very much. And as always, make sure if you missed something this week, check out our newsletter here on LinkedIn later this afternoon, where you can find all things the new warehouse from this week. So here's our main segment with Seth Weisberg from ABCO. Hope you enjoy. Hey guys, it's Kevin Lawton with the New Warehouse Podcast, and I am here in Carlstadt, New Jersey. I'm at the ABCO showroom, and we have my good friend Seth Weisberg here, Mr. Wolfpack himself, right? Yeah. We're in his wolf's den here, right? So Seth, welcome to the show. Actually, thanks for having me. You're welcoming me this time, right?
Kevin, great to have you as always. Thank you for having me on.
Definitely great to connect with you anytime. And definitely, it was good to see you recently, and thanks for the support.
Right on, congratulations.
Event. Yes, thank you very much.
Very exciting.
So tell us where we're at. Where are we here?
Okay, we are in Carlstadt, New Jersey. Mm-hmm. We are in our headquarters, and this is our showroom. So this is where all the magic happens. We have got examples of lots of different types of technology here. Mm-hmm. We've got everything from conveyance, a little bit of sortation, print and apply. We've got robotics here, multiple different kinds. We've got AMRs, we've got AGVs, we've got shuttle systems. We've even got a robotic arm here. Yeah. We've got a little bit of storage. We show different types of storage as well. We try to make this as robust as possible because we want to give our customers the opportunity to come and take a look at what they're potentially purchasing. Nice. Most of our customers in general are experts at what they do. They're not experts at distribution. Right. And we've learned over the last 10 years in a lot of different ways that as good as you are at your mainstay business, if you are not doing what you need to do with distribution and logistics, your business might very well suffer. At the same time, if you do it really well, you can actually increase the value of your business by that much more.
Absolutely.
So what we're doing here is, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, oftentimes, because it is intellectual property, end users don't want other people visiting their facility.
Right.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
If it's a competitor, of course they're not going to want that, right? So we've always, and anyone in our position, any kind of material handling systems integrator has to walk that line the way we do, right? So what we've done to overcome that is we are making sure that we are bringing all of that technology and all of the options to them. So half of our warehouse is actually what we do and how we use it, but we've got pushback rack, we've got flow rack, we've got regular static storage, we've got cantilever rack, we've even got stacking frames, because we want to show different types of storage along with automation as well. So we've even got a small pick module here, a little bit of GOH, which is garment on hanger, of course.
That's your roots, right?
That's our roots, that's exactly right.
I know the history.
Oh yeah, sure you do, sure you do. Near and dear to my heart. Love garment on hanger, love GOH. For those of you that are watching that don't know what that is, GOH is that rod in your closet where you hang all your clothes, and we build those systems out by the tens of thousands.
Yeah, just a very, very big closet, right?
Correct. A giant closet. That's exactly right.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a great thing that you've done here, and I think, to your point, it's so important to be able to showcase a lot of these things because customers are not necessarily familiar, and especially with more and more automation, robotics coming into play, it's very new territory for a lot of people, right? So to be able to come someplace and see many different solutions and different options, setups, layouts on how to do things, I think is such a smart thing to make that happen. So I'm curious, like, what was the decision point, or why did you ultimately make the decision to, like, hey, let's open up this showroom and try and do more of kind of like a demo center almost?
I got to tell you, good competition makes you better, right? And over the years, I'd seen different things when I'd visit competition. I've made it a point to try and be as friendly as I possibly can be with everybody. And over the last 20 years, I've met quite a few competitors. Some have different types of showrooms or different types of areas where customers can see things, and some didn't.
Yeah.
But I was always impressed with those that did. Similar to a little bit of my personality, it's something that I tend to take things to the next level. And I wanted to do this for a long time. At our last location, we wanted to do this, but truth is we were just so busy there, it never really happened. And the area that we wanted to use for the showroom, which was dramatically smaller than this, we were using that for staging constantly.
Right.
So it just never happened. We did a lot of storage type of examples that we showed people a lot, but it was never like this. So as we evolved as a company and as we really shifted towards automation over the last decade, and really over the last 6 or 7 years, we realized more than ever that we needed it to happen. And we needed to be in a different type of location. I love our last building. Considering where we came from, that place was the Taj Mahal.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, it was just beautiful.
Yeah.
Then again, the Taj Mahal is actually a crypt. So, but you know what I'm saying, right? It was just it was a beautiful space to me. But we realized, even just through interviewing the staff, that it wasn't someplace that showcased who we were. So we started looking for a facility, and we found this amazing Class A space in Prologis in Carlstadt, which is also near and dear to my heart, because when I started with ABCO, we were at 326 19th Street in Carlstadt. 2,000 square feet, flooded every time there was a little bit of rain. We were under 5 feet of water 2 times with Irene and Sandy. We kept spare parts or parts inside, and we had piles of pipe outside, because at the time we did mostly GOH. It's literally right around the corner. We're much higher ground now in a much different type of building. Love Prologis, love them as a landlord, love them as a partner. And even when we came in here, ironically, we'd been in and out of this building a half a dozen times.
Oh, really?
Because we'd put people in here over the years with rack and shelving and different things.
Interesting.
Yeah, right.
Full circle.
And they revamped the entire thing for us.
Yeah.
The offices are gorgeous, as you've seen.
Oh, yeah.
But we wanted to be able to bring customers in, right? So again, I'm a little bit long-winded, but the
You're
reason
good.
and the
You're good.
answer to this is we wanted a space to bring our customers in.
Yeah.
And there's more to it than that, right? And maybe I'm sharing even more than I should, but we don't love RFQs. I can't imagine anybody does, right?
Yeah.
But it's a race to the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
We really shine in developing true relationships
Yeah.
that support both partnerships, both people in the partnership, right? So even if we're part of an RFQ, we want to bring people in.
Yeah.
Because we want to show the value that we bring to the table. We are not just a commodity. We're a business that genuinely cares about the success of our customers. And that's how we've grown. We've grown because our customer base has grown. And then through word of mouth. And because we've helped our customers grow, every time they're trying something new, we do it with them.
Yeah.
And it's worked super well. We've grown every single year except for 2020 through COVID, which was a slight dip, all things considered. I mean, pretty decent dip, but then the next year, of course, everybody kind of shut out of the cannon with logistics. Right. But that's right around the time when we realized we'd had to do this. Of course, in the space that we have, we can't possibly bring in all the different types of technology that are out there, right?
Right.
And people are innovating and doing something new every day.
Yeah.
But
It's constantly changing.
Constantly changing, right? You see this more than anybody.
Yeah.
But the beautiful part about this facility is it's a thought center. So people come in and it sparks ideas.
Yeah.
And, not to get into the whole discussion of the work from home movement, right? But I'm a firm believer, and I'm a firm believer of work from home too, when necessary and when applicable.
Yeah.
But I'm a firm believer that it's near to impossible to collaborate and really brainstorm on Zoom the way you can in person. When there's 3 or 4 or 5 people standing around or sitting around or walking around and really just getting the creative juices flowing. So seeing all these different types of things, having questions, one person piggybacking an idea off another person who piggybacks an idea off another person, and that's ultimately how great ideas are created.
Right.
And great solutions are created. So what we've seen here is enormous amounts of thought and collaboration within that thought.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's such an important thing to note, especially when you're talking about something that's physical, right? You're looking at what's around here, and we'll show some shots of everything around here too as well in the video, but so people can see. But you walk around here and you start to think like, oh, I could do a layout like this, or maybe we could take something like this, and you're right. When you try and do something like that virtually, it kind of loses that substance a little bit, right? And you're not able to picture as much. I mean, I know even being able to see this and doing projects in the past for companies I've worked for and stuff, when you're looking at a paper drawing is one thing, but then when you start to look at and you see things in real life, whether it's a simulation or in person like this in physical form, I mean, it makes such a difference to the way that you picture it, imagine it, and just kind of figure out the overall scope in your head. So it's really, really a great thing that you've done here in creating this. And now you mentioned you like to take things to the next level, right? which I know is true. So speaking of the next level, I mean, you guys have this showroom here, and you bring customers in here, people that want to see what's going on, but you have a trade show for the first time coming up, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Correct. So this is really exciting. End of July, we're going to have 18 plus vendors here, people that we work with on a regular basis. And we're expecting to have between 300 and 400 people walking through here. So like a mini ProMat, a mini Modex, where people can look at a lot of different things, because of course we've got this here now, but we're going to have quite a bit more at that point in time, with some of the vendors bringing in their own stuff, which is really exciting, because again, when you're investing hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars into your distribution, you want to know.
Oh, yeah.
And our job is to make sure that all of our customers are successful, right? Whether we're working with the C-suite, or we're working with logistics managers, or we're working with warehouse managers or maintenance managers, they're depending on us to keep them successful. So the more tools that we can give them, the more successful we're going to make them. So by bringing this innovation, this trade show here, this show, it gives them the ability to learn and or bring their team in, more collaboration, more discussion. And as much as anything else, more networking.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you and I both know networking is the lifeblood of
you're a
everything.
big networking guy. I know that. So,
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, it's made my career.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I firmly believe that everybody in this company has made me a better person, and everybody that I work with makes me a better person. I firmly believe the whole concept of surround yourself with smart people, and you're going to be elevated. Surround yourself with people that are sitting on the couch, and well, you're going to sit on the couch.
Yeah. So. That's why I surround myself with Seth. So the smart people here. So.
That's why I went to go watch you get inducted as the president, man. So I got it.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. So, you know, the trade show is coming up, right? So tell us a little bit about kind of the who, what, when, where, when is it?
The trade show is Thursday, July 27th from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock. We're going to have food here. We're going to have everything that people need to spend the day, to spend some time, meet some people, and learn what they need to do to make their distribution center better, whether that be for today or whether that be to get the creative juices flowing for the coming years.
Yeah, definitely, and I think it's going to be such a great thing that you guys are doing, and it's great to have these kind of mini events too. You know, you mentioned the ProMat, the Modex out there. You know, they're gigantic, right? But having these kind of more intimate, in a sense, events, I think is a really exciting thing for the industry, because like it really kind of allows you to have more one-on-one time with some of the vendors, and also kind of that networking aspect as well that you mentioned. I think is going to be such a great event. So it's really great stuff from you, Seth, and you know, always love what you guys are doing at ABCO, and you know, loved working with you guys in the past as well on projects, and happy to call you a friend too. Awesome. And definitely we will post more information about the trade show on thenewwarehouse.com, and also in the video description as well. People can find it, and make sure that you come out, and it is free to attend too, right?
It's free to attend.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The most important part, it's free.
Yeah, right? Exactly right.
All right, so Seth, thank you so much for having me here in the showroom at the ABCO headquarters in New Jersey, and really appreciate you coming on and talking to me.
Kevin, right back at you. Thank you very much.